But to look your enemy in the eye, knowing you'll remember his face for the rest of your life, now that takes a stomach much stronger than you'll ever have.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Girl Gaming. Today we've got a rather fun thing to look at, and we're going to be looking at the beta and hopefully soon to be released edition of Dawn of the Reapers. This is the Onslaught .3 release. Joining me is Lord Set, who is the creator of this mod. Hi.
Hello.
And you're going to be talking me through a little bit of what's going down here, aren't you?
Yeah, it's just a lot of changes to the mod since the last release. We've taken in a lot of criticism, little bug fixes, graphical fixes, stability, that whole jazz.
That's good, that's good. Well, I'm quite looking forward to playing this. Lord Set sent this to me first thing this morning, and unfortunately, because I had work, I haven't had the opportunity to play it, so I'm raring to go, man. I think what we're going to do is pretty much the same thing I always do when I look at a thing for the first time, is we'll do a single player, and I think I'd like to do a... Shall I do a medium or a small? How about a small? I think a small will do the job. Ooh, Ezo Storm. That looks fun. 20 planets, 2 players. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Victory options. That sounds fine. And game options. I quite like the fact that you've put human, Solarian, Elcor. I like this. That's good.
Yeah, you can thank Yangsa. He was a string editor.
Yangsa, was that?
He's been around since the mod started back in 2011, 2012. He does a lot of the string and the beauty work, all the little tips and ship descriptions and whatnot.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's good. Right, we're now on the selection screen now. I believe you told me a little bit earlier on that Cerberus has had the most work done for this particular edition, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely, by far. We've done few graphical updates to council, but we wanted to focus primarily on Cerberus just to get one faction done, because that's really kind of the biggest hump for any mod. And we haven't even touched the Reapers. I know a lot of people are going to be angry about that, but there's not a lot I can do about it.
You can only do one thing at once. I mean, if you had a massive group, then it would be something that you'd be thinking about, I'm sure, doing everything at once, but you know, your group is of a limited size. You can only do so much, can't you?
Yeah.
I mean, he told me 5 minutes ago, ladies and gentlemen, that he put 15 hours of work into this yesterday alone. So this guy is pretty committed to what he's doing. Right. I'm just taking a look at the council now. One thing that I quite like about this mod is you've kind of gone for that differentiation. You've got the Paragon and the Renegade Council. What differences are the Harbinger, and the Ravager versions of the Reapers? That's going to be more clearly defined in the future, so we'll not talk about that right now. And we have the Pure Blood and the Synthesis Cerberus factions. Would you mind kind of running me through the primary differences before we start, of kind of where you want to go with these guys?
It all comes down to basic fleet doctrine. Pureblood Cerberus is very much humanity over everything else. Humanity is the primary driver in technological development. They use their own thought, their own reasoning behind what they do with their ships. It's mainly, how I can say it is, Synthesis is dedicated to victory over by any means. So they'll use any piece of technology they can get their hands on. They'll use Reaper tech, they'll use Geth tech, they'll use whatever they can to win, while Pureblood Cerberus focuses on what makes humanity great, which is like things such as fighters, bombers, that kind of human mentality of death by 1,000 cuts,
I
rather
see.
than
Okay.
bigger guns. Bigger guns means win.
Well, you've confused me about what I want to go for now. I think
Pure Blood has had the most work done to it. We're still trying to fix up a few things on synthesis.
there we go. It's Pure Blood, and we'll go against a synthesis faction, and unless you'd like me to go against perhaps a council faction, just so we can differentiate the ships a bit.
My recommendation would be go against another Cerberus faction, because you really get a view of how much we've done in terms of changes, because you get a lot of audio changes, a lot of those announcer voices we've fixed up. So when you're playing against another Cerberus faction, it comes through very clearly.
Here we go. Since we're going to be Cerberus, that looks pretty kind of Cerberus-y, doesn't it? So this fellow here, just sideways. Right, that'll do, and let's start the match. So this is only a small match. It's called ESO something. I'm quite looking forward to this. I like this loading screen. I always love clean loading screens. It always makes me happy. And I quite like the fact that you've got your little the image for the Onslaught in there. Okay,
yeah.
Right. So we are now in game. Let's take a look and see what we've got. I've got some In fact, these are new construction frigates, aren't they?
Yep.
There we go. And we've already begun seeing new things. Nice. I like that. One thing that you've done a lot of work on is some kind of large-scale graphical upgrades, haven't you?
Yeah, a lot of depth mapping. I can thank 880 from Halo Homefront. We spent probably 2 or 3 days going over different ways to improve the depth of the normal maps and bump maps, just to make everything look right.
I see.
And then I got help from yourself with the bloom shaders.
Yes.
So everything kind of has that healthy Mass Effect glow now.
Yeah. Anything anything to do with the bloom shaders, I can't take credit from that. That was nothing to do with me, really. Credit for that goes to Lawrence Mathot, who actually he took a look at the bloom shaders a little while back for STA3. He's a friend of Max's, incidentally, and he said, "Okay, well, why don't you try this out with it?" And it seems to work very, very nicely with the Sins engine. So it's a bit of a community resource now, and we're hoping to see other mods use it too. Right. Let's see what we're going to... I need to do some stuff, don't I? The first thing I want to do is we're going to take this Regan battlecruiser, which is, I believe, the supply ship.
That is the colony battleship.
That's good, and we're going to need some frigates to go with that. We've got the Saratoga Colony frigate, Boston Light frigate. I think it's the... I'll need 5 or so Bostons, I assume, to take a gravity well. Let's see what's going on over here. Ooh, hello. Got some Eclipse cruisers. Oh, I like that. This is something that I saw in your pictures on ModDB the other day, and I'm really impressed with this kind of like that rusted effect. These are kind of repurposed Alliance cruisers, aren't they? Oh, there they go.
Yeah, it wasn't my biggest. I wasn't the biggest fan when I played the Omega DLC and found out that pirate ships were just essentially repurposed other military ships, but got to keep with the lore. So what I did is I just took my old Alliance cruiser model and then beat up the texture a bit and swapped out the icons.
Oh, I see. Well, it looks nice, actually. I actually quite like that rusted effect. And we've got the colony cap ship just building. And we'll have her out in a minute. I'm just going to follow my other guys around and see what else we have. We've got... these would be kind of some of the pre-existing races. We've got the Boston Flak frigate there. There we go. Zenith. Oh, sorry. Boston frigate and Zenith Flak frigate. Oh, and he's dead. He's dead, Jim. Here we go. And we've got some Sudan-class fighters. I think you've redone those, haven't you, as well?
Just the icons for it. The fighters we've had in-game for a while for Cerberus have always been the modified ones. What I have done is taken out the bombers for now, because we don't have models for them.
Okay, I see. Well, that's not a bad idea. Oh, you'll get round to it, won't you? We always do.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All in good time.
Let's create a fleet, and we're going to move them to Zyarter. And we're going to look at some bits and bobs here. We've got our Titan project here. Guardian installation. Deadliest son of a bitch. I like that. I like that. And I can see that you've done a lot of icon work as well, like particularly with the ships at this point. You've made sure you've got those in so people know what they all are.
Yep, there's build icons. If you look at the main menu, you actually have the ship icon when it's selected. You'll see that, and then also in your info card off the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see all the appropriate icons.
Here we go. They're just going to be dropping into a gravity well, so we can see them now. Yeah, that's nice. That's good. Right, looks like we're going to be facing some Eclipse cruisers. So, oh, fighters are going somewhere else. Let's have a look at them. Oh, I can never get fighters. Should we just give up? Should we give up on getting the fighters?
They're a little small right now. I was planning on resizing them just a bit so they're a little more visible.
Well, one thing that you're definitely doing is you're using infinite space scaled, aren't you? Or at least that's what we are doing in this particular section. You can use standard infinite space, which isn't scaled. But to be honest with you, I prefer the scaled version. I think it's... Oh, hello. Guns. Guns!
Yeah, it works with the size of the mod. Stock sin size for ships is really big, in my opinion. And if you scale down the ships, I think it's like maybe like 30 or 40%, you stop running into like the bumping problem that you get in the original sins, where ships just seem to be smashing into each other all the time, and it just doesn't look good.
Yeah, that is a problem that some mods, including STA3, have had in the past. It's less of an issue now, and it's particularly easier to deal with when you've got when you've got ships on slow speeds for us. But yours actually seem to zip past quite nicely, which is nice. But then I think you've given your ships slightly faster overall speeds, haven't you? Yeah.
The fighter frigates, or the small light frigates that you see zipping around, they have fighter movement, so they fight like fighters. They zip around, they circle, they bop, they do basic dog fighting. So
yeah, it's nice. I like that. Okay, we're going to need a research station, aren't we? I haven't even thought about that. The Lazarus station. We'll have one of those, and hopefully this old geezer here is going to be colonising some stuff. Now that we're getting that, I also want to contact war veterans. We've got some more of these that are still to come in the string section. What have we got here? Oh, terra firma recruits, disgruntled colonists, alliance turncoats. I like that. Private mercenary groups, and then we've got two more. Oh, sanctuary project and something. That's good. I can see that you've done a fair amount of work on the string since last time I looked at these carefully as well.
Yeah.
So you've really been pouring it on, haven't you? Particularly with Cerberus. What would be next for you? A little bit more work to do on Cerberus, but once you're done with them, you're going to be ready for the release, aren't you?
Yeah, I have probably another week and a half of work to do to Cerberus before I plan on doing the 0.3 release. But the 0.3 releases would be almost a complete faction. So, I mean, what it breaks down to is that once I'm done with Cerberus, I plan on jumping onto the council and giving them an equal overhaul. They have a lot more work to be done because they barely have any stations, but still plenty to be done.
It never really ends, though, does it?
Nope.
But that's kind of what I like about this. So it's kind of we're going to move on to the Alliance, and Reapers are going to kind of they will be filled in once you've got those standardized factions, and you kind of like what your balance is going to be like. Yeah.
It's going to be really hard to balance the Reapers because it's obviously you have that lore-friendly overpoweredness of a super intelligent marine. Super intelligent race of artificial machines based on the destruction of all organic life. That in of itself is really hard to work with.
I can imagine so, yeah. I mean, that's something that we've struggled with in the past. I'm just going to turn my dialogue volume right up for a moment, because I know you've done a bit of work on this as well, on the sound effects.
Colony ship reporting as ordered.
We have a British colony ship.
That's actually a German accent, if you listen hard enough.
Colony ship reporting as ordered.
It sounds British to me.
Mine Commander.
Oh, Mine Commander, yes it is. And let's see what these guys sound like.
Heavy frigate reporting.
Heavy frigate reporting.
Colony ship reporting as ordered. I didn't know this had guns. Learn something new every day.
I like that. You've got a little bit of jokiness in this as well. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like that pass off from Mass Effect, where it's like it's not completely serious. Like even though the end purpose of the game is very serious in of itself, it always kind of has that humorous quality to it.
It does. I mean, that's one of the things I really appreciate about it, to be honest. The fact that it doesn't take itself so seriously most of the time.
Yeah.
But I think you need an element of enjoyment in a simple way in order to... Oh, hello. What are these guys doing? Shoot her! You have to shoot her! Right. We can build a new capital ship if I've got enough resources. Computer says no. Alright, we could do the Adriatic, or we could wait a little bit longer and get a Centurion. And let's see what the Trafalgar costs. Oh, the Trafalgar doesn't cost that much. I want one of those. Boop. There we go. Trafalgar. Fantastic stuff. And we may be able to build an Adriatic as well after that. I always get excited about the cap ships. You can tell, I'm an old school Sims player by heart.
Yeah.
I hope it is safe, sir. Time to move.
Time to move.
Yeah, I actually told my my voiceover guy that like I spent probably a good few minutes laughing when I was putting the sound clips for the colony capital in game.
Okay, and we're just going to turn some of the effect volumes up as well. Have many sound effects been changed for this version?
New weapon sounds. For some ships, there are a few stock sounds that are kind of drifting around right now that we're trying to wean off. There's a new FTL out sound, so when your ships are leaving a system, it has a different sound. Each colonized planet has a new ambient sound to it, so you'll get it's more of a Mass Effect sound than it is the stock Sims one.
Oh, okay, so yeah, okay, so it's that kind of like that deep space sound, as we like to call it.
And each station has their own respective sounds now.
That's very good.
That are not stock.
We've got our Trafalgar, which sounds like kind of...
You just clicking my buttons all day does not fill me with confidence.
Which is an angry deep south person who doesn't want doesn't want me to click him.
You just clicking
good old Texas boy.
Does not fill me with confidence.
It does not fill him with confidence.
There's something in the way. We'll make space.
Oh yeah, I really like these sound effects. I think they've been really, really nicely done.
Yeah, you can thank. He goes on YouTube by ME Discovery.
ME Discovery. All right, ladies and gentlemen, check that out. I'll link his profile in the description below as well.
I found him when I was looking up tutorials on how to edit voices for voiceovers and to sound like Mass Effect characters, and I sent him a PM asking if he wanted to be involved, and he jumped on board and has been just as quick as I have when it comes to pumping out stuff.
Oh, that's fantastic.
He did pretty much all the voiceovers for Cerberus in the last 2 weeks.
So he's quite mad, is what you're trying to tell me?
Oh yeah, he's really quick.
I mean, I have noticed there's still one or two, and I think you've already said you're going to rectify these.
Colonizable planet detected.
Ooh, I like the UI sounds. Sorry, we'll be listening to more of those shortly, I imagine. There are still one or two sound effects that I think they were recorded in stereo, so they're just coming out of the left-hand earphone, but...
Yeah, we're working on that right now.
Yeah.
Get them all fixed up before the release.
Yeah, I think it'll just be a matter of putting it into a program like Audacity and then saying, yes, mono, please.
Yeah.
So, but, I mean, the quality of them is very nice. This Boston is one of the examples.
Heavy frigate reporting.
And that's got a nice sound to it. So, once it comes out of... Oh, hello. I've got a man.
Planet colonized.
Planet colonized. I like the use you make of team colours as well.
Yeah, I didn't want to go too overboard with the team colors. So Cerberus ships have that orange striping that comes with just being part of Cerberus. So I figured it'd make a decent team color platform. It's not too over the top.
Definitely makes sense. And I like this homeworld as well.
Research
this
is complete.
Is this something that's going to remain the same, having a desert planet as a capital for Cerberus? Or is this unique to the map?
It happens normally with Infinite Space. I found that with it enabled, you randomly get you don't always get a garden world when it comes to a home world.
Ah, that's interesting. Right, let's see if I need to build anything else on here. No, that's always good. I don't like doing things. And our Trafalgar battleship should be...
You just clicking my buttons all day does not fill me with confidence.
It should fill you with confidence. Come on, next gravity well. But the graphical upgrades to this, they're very, very impressive. I'm really, really pleased to see this, the definition of your ships now.
Yeah, part of the problem was I was using an emboss filter on the textures to create that plate line effect.
I see.
Zero pointed out to me that the way the game renders and drops light, that it looks incorrect in game.
Okay.
So we fixed the normal maps, and now if you actually take a good look at the plate lines, depending on what perspective you're looking at it from, the light actually shifts and it looks correct. So that's what kind of gives it that added realistic feel.
It's looking really good to me, and in addition to the fact that the bloom filters are now making a little bit more use of particularly the blues, and you've got those kind of blues / turquoises,
yeah.
It's really making them pop, isn't it? So it's great. I'm liking this. For humanity. For a change, not for Cardassia. Hopefully we are soon going to be able to get to another planet, and I need more research stations. I need military research. No.
Research is complete.
Damn you, dead asteroid. Why you do this? But one thing I do need to do is we're going to get a bit more of this, and I want more monies. So a Minuteman station is going to be a really good one to build. The Minuteman station it's one of the most highly featured kind of Cerberus stations, isn't it? Well, it's definitely one of the more attractive. Let's pop it. And there she is. I'm sure you all recognise that. This is the station that they take you to as Shepard in Mass Effect 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you've got the Lazarus station there as well, which I'm sure you'll all recognise, ladies and gentlemen.
Pirates have selected a target.
Oh, pirates have selected me as a target. Magnificent. Just what I needed. Why do they always select me? Is that something you've done, Lord Set?
Well, there's only 2 factions. There's only so long you can avoid the pirates for.
I haven't got any dollar. That's the problem. I can't be spending money stopping pirates. No, I'll have none of that. I'll just... Ooh, nice. That was a nice bassy thud from the kinetic cannon.
Yeah, there's 2. The battleship is kind of my test ship right now for sounds. I'm trying to work out which ones work best for what weapons. And you'll find that the main cannon has more of a kind of metally thud, whereas the side cannons tend to have more of that kind of, I wouldn't say laser sound, but it sounds kind of, it's a little lighter.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, it's good always doing these tests. Let's see what this one sounds like. Bring them over here.
Structure.
Yeah, the weapons for this one haven't been sorted out yet.
Well, I noticed that particularly on these Boston frigates, you've got the little railgun particle effect, so you've definitely already started work on those, haven't you?
Yeah.
So that's really nice to see as well. I love seeing custom particle effects. The thing that's pleasing me most so far is the sounds. I'm loving it. Oh, well, I wanted to see that blood pack frigate, but it's gone.
Heavy frigate reporting.
Am I right in thinking the blood pack are using currently making... Jawohl, mein Commander. Making use of Turian ships mainly, the blood pack.
Well, right now the only 3 mercenary / pirate ships that I have in game are the Batarian cruiser, the Talon frigate, and the Eclipse cruiser.
Oh, I see.
I haven't coded them onto all the planets to replace the militia yet, so you'll only see them in like dead planets, asteroids, dwarf planets, or comets.
Okay, that's cool. I've noticed that you've also done a major overhaul of the UI sounds, or what I would call the announce sounds. That's really nice.
Yeah, there's almost no stock TEC announcer voices left. The only few we have left are really kind of out there voiceover sounds that you won't hear very often in game.
Oh, I see. Kind of. Have you gone kind of like all the way through it? Kind of like enemy has launched a Titan and things like that.
No, we've gotten all those. It's just like occupation victories. I believe there's 1 or 2 left that we have to get for that.
Oh, I see. Oh, hello, we've got pirates somewhere. Oh, down there.
Heavy frigate is mobile, sir.
Heavy frigate needs to be mobile faster. Go. Look sharp, ye space rats. Pirates, man. Who'd have them? Can't afford anything ever. so I'll just chill. Right, I think we did make our first trade station, didn't we, somewhere? So let's see if we can get more of those on the go. With all of the money that we don't have. This is interesting. The pirates have kind of... Oh, hello. Batarians. I like that.
Yeah, there was a lot of controversy when I released this design, but it was actually done by BioWare, and I modeled and skinned it, so...
Well, I mean, you know, I admit it does look a little bit like a cock and balls, but it is, you know, it's genuine concept, isn't it? So
Research complete.
I've noticed that you've released several other types as well, haven't you? Have we got any of the other types in here? Not at the moment.
There's a Batarian Dreadnought, which is part of the Council. If you go Council Renegade, you can build the Batarian Dreadnought. But in terms of Batarian ships, that's the only other one in game right now.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I did see that. I mean, I think you trialed 4 or 5 different concepts, didn't you? I mean, I do keep an eye on your page, and of course, I'll be linking the page below so you can see all the images that I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And you'd kind of had a look at several different types, hadn't you?
Yeah, BioWare released a ton of concept art that never actually went into making anything in game, and it's helped me out a lot because those Batarian designs, all of them come from concept art that's featured by BioWare.
That's good. Right, let's follow one of these boys in because they're a little bit faster than the caps. Nice.
Right now, the pirates have like what I call paper ships. We haven't done any of the coding for them, so all their stats and weapons are stock.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I'm sure that'll come in time. I mean, that's what I would call a secondary, something of secondary importance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm quite liking the new sounds. It's nice and basic.
It adds a lot to the game. It adds a lot because I've played through the last release that we had, and then I played through the one that I just built for this demo last night, and the changes it's almost like a completely different faction.
They do make some real difference, don't they? This guy's firing from way out here. Nice. It's got a good range on it, this Trafalgar class.
Yeah, the main cannon can fire halfway across gravity well.
Target locked.
Oh, hello, what are these guys doing? They're healing each other or something? Yeah, it's all looking really, really nice. Are there any other changes that I haven't picked up on yet?
Colonizable planet detected.
Audio changes for most of the ships in the fleet. I would recommend going through some of them. Some of them actually can be quite funny.
Yeah, I should definitely do that. Let's see, barn labs. Let's build a couple of barn labs. See what we can start producing. Did I get a... Oh no. Didn't get a Minuteman, but I think I can not do what I wanted to do there with logistics capacity.
You never have enough EZO.
Oh no, I've noticed that. It's really tough, man. Is that something that you're still kind of working on, getting the balance perfect for your gravity wells, or are you quite happy at the moment?
It's definitely something we got to fix up because it's really tough to come by EZO sometimes.
Okay.
You almost have to rely on currency income and then buy EZO. So we're trying to figure out how to balance that out correctly. One thing that we have added that I'm not sure that you're going to see in this demo is occasionally there is an event, just like you have in Stock Sins, where Reapers will just start roaming.
I don't like the idea of that.
Research complete.
I think Reaper did it a while back, my Reaper Armada, the coder I have, and it's just a random event, and then occasionally you'll get a Reaper that just jumps into a gravity well. It's a non-playable NPC-controlled Reaper, but it will just start wreaking havoc.
Oof. This is the... we've got an enemy in one of our gravity wells, and it's one of the Centurion-class carriers. Have you remodeled that recently?
No, not at all. Just a new skin.
There's something really nice about this particular ship. I really like the lines of this one. It's good, man. Make me another. Let's see. All right, we've got our fleet going where what's this? Oh, of course, it's the coronal mass erection.
Our forces are under attack.
How could it be anything else? We've got the Khrushchev, and we're going to have the Zenith Flak frigate shortly, as well as the Gaza Siege frigate. So we'll be bringing those out in a moment, hopefully. Boop. There we go. Now.
Structure complete.
And I'll just get those two out as well, because I think if we can build one of each of those, I can hear some more voices, which will be lovely. Should we build a Saratoga as well?
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Boop. There we are.
Just remember that that's still a stock model with stock voices. We haven't swapped that out yet.
I won't build a Saratoga for the minute then. Oh, are my ships arrived?
Frigate reporting.
Right, let's see what we can do against the Caesar. Good name. Good strong name. We've got one called the Orient and one called the Mexico. Nice. And we'll follow our boys in. I like the fact that you've got a speed differential on your ships. I do like that a lot.
You have to imagine that the colony capital, in and of itself, is actually supposed to be a civilian vessel. It's not supposed to be a military vessel.
It does does have a rather small engine.
Yeah, it's very lightly armed, but the idea is that when we start working on abilities, that any buffs that it gives to a fleet will be worth having it. And then it also acts as like a source of colonization, so you don't always have to have a colony frigate with you.
That's good. Ooh.
Dreadnought standing by.
Are you going to be looking at putting some more abilities on your cap ships, or is that something that you're going to avoid?
Yeah, we actually are, but we're not going to go crazy like the stock sins did. It's probably going to be very specialized towards each class.
Okay, that's quite... have you kind of got any ideas that you want to discuss with us? I mean, of course you don't have to. I'm not going to force you.
I had an idea, but it's not going to work. I had originally planned to do an ability for the Siege Titan where we could actually bomb a planet into pieces, but unfortunately, Stardock never included an ability that could destroy a planet.
No, they didn't. There are kind of ways that you can get around that. It will be by using an ability. You can then make... when you use the ability, you can use a particle effect on the planet itself that makes it look like it's breaking up. It would have to fade out, that ability. It couldn't be persistent, otherwise it would lead to huge amounts of lag. But you can make the planet itself invisible and uncolonizable with a permanent buff. So there is kind of a workaround, but it's you know, it's basically a trick. But it's a trick that works. So, you know, if that's something that you want to do later on, it's something you can look at, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel a bit sorry for this carrier. I think he might escape, though. Oh, maybe not. We'll see what happens. Ooh, ooh, oh. I actually finally managed to zoom in on a fighter and then he dies. Oh, there he is. Ooh, there we go. His engine's a bit bigger than him at the moment.
Yeah, that's why we're meaning to scale them up. Can't do everything in a day, though.
No, you definitely can't. Rome wasn't built in a day. Ooh, I've got the Gaza Siege figure out. And we also, I can build, well, I can design the Ark Royal Light Carrier, which I'm going to do. I don't think he's going to escape. I got this. Dead. New explosion effects as well.
A little bit, yeah.
Nice.
There's also some new explosion sounds if you listen careful enough.
And your pirate base is no longer the stock pirate base, which is nice.
Yeah, it's a moon.
I like that.
It'll be Omega once I get the model done, but
there
like I said,
is the Bloodpack Talon frigate. Very nice. Good.
Anti-fighter platform reporting.
Anti-fighter platform reporting. Let's go and have a look at him. We have... This is the Gaza Siege frigate. Now that is a redesign. Nope, is it?
Except, yep. Yeah, it is.
It looks
over the last release.
Yeah, it looks longer and thinner to me.
It's based off the original ME1 cruiser / frigate design,
I see.
Then it's given a Cerberus twist to it.
That's nice. Yeah, that's definitely more to my preferences than the last one, so that's really good. And we have our Zenith Flak frigate, which is very Cerberus. I always like these pointy bits on Cerberus ships.
Yeah, the four-pronged is very much a Cerberus trait, so I try and include it with a few ships here and there. Can't use it for every design, though.
No, I mean, it would become a little too uniform, wouldn't it? Now, there's something else we can have the Minerva and nothing else ever. Alright, fine. I'll have more fleet capacity. Don't you know I'm trying to avoid spending money? I quite like this gravity well in the respect that the pirates have to come to the sun before they go anywhere else.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
There's another example of
Pirates
the
have
UI.
selected a target.
Pirates have selected a target, and as always, it's my ass. Shall we also build a Hashiko? Oh no, it's in Elbrus, excuse me.
Research is complete.
No. No is the answer. I need my monies.
You just clicking my buttons all day does not fill me with confidence.
Our Regan battle cruiser and our Trafalgar's fine. Let's move onwards. Should we move
There's
there?
something in the way. We'll make space.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about the pirates. I'm a little concerned. We can head them off at the pass here, can't we?
There's something in the way. We'll make space.
什么？你需要什么？
Ooh.
什么？你需要什么？
So this gentleman is. Would that be Japanese?
Chinese.
Chinese. Oh god, I'm gonna get stick for that man.
Why?
Well, they
Please forget here.
tend not to like it when you mistake their languages. I'm led to believe. Oh, got a thing here as
Research
well.
is
Boston.
complete.
But then, you know, I don't know any language except for Welsh, so.
I know 2 languages, good English and bad English.
Oh, bad English is the only language worth speaking. Okay, so we've got these 2 ships, and they're both building on. Got this cruiser,
Cruiser reporting.
which is the Minerva Command Cruiser. Now that confers damage reduction on your fleet, doesn't it? Oh no, it's just on itself. But that's going to have some interesting abilities, I imagine, that will kind of make your fleet a little bit more powerful.
We're working on a change of dynamic in the game in which
As ordered.
each ship has an element 0 supply or EZO supply,
Okay.
and we're working on dropping down the recharge to 0. And then in order for your fleet to operate correctly, you need to have a quote-unquote fuel ship.
That's a
And
good
then
idea.
command ships are going to be pretty much have an ability that like a fleet recharge.
Oh yes.
To
That's a good
kind of
idea.
because
Light carrier.
in Mass Effect, your ship can only travel as far as your EZO supply can take it. So we're working on the refineries now in game. The orbital refineries actually have a ability that recharges element 0 supplies when you're within a certain range.
That's a very good
So
idea.
your refineries will take care of that, and then also ships with certain abilities will be able to refuel.
Okay, very very cool. Ooh, a Challenger battleship. I want this. Yep. Okay, I've got this.
Yep, that's the command ship. That's one of my favorites.
All mine, Commander. All right, I'll see what I can do with this. We are here, sir.
So we're going to be getting those building fairly soon. We've already got the capital shipbuilding, and I believe, hopefully, shortly, I've just got a couple of pieces of research to do, and then we're going to be able to build the Elbrus cruiser, which I'm looking forward to.
Siege capital
Very
reporting.
cool. Yeah, I'm really liking the look of
Our
this,
forces
Lord
are under
Saints.
attack.
A big step forward graphically. Ooh. Speaking of big steps forward, it appears the Batarians are trying to make a big step forward. They don't stand a chance.
Locating engines at full.
There are quite a few of them, though, aren't there?
And if you're around a ship that has fighters, I actually did a bit of coding and got the fighters' voices, so you'll be able to hear those as well.
Let's go back.
Research is
We've got a
complete.
carry here, which has just left the gravity well, of course.
Siege capital here.
Siege capital here. Oh, he can't build any fighters at the moment. Let's take a look at him. Oh, he is nice. Yeah, I like him.
I'm trying to fix a bit of code on that right now. For some reason, it's giving the ability to build fighters with no fighters available. It doesn't even have hangar hardpoints, so
Okay, I'll take a look at that for you if you like.
please do.
Because I seem to remember us having something similar with the Borg, and it was really simple to fix, but I'm real stupid, and it took me a minute.
What can I do for you, Commander?
It's one of those things when you look at lines and lines and lines of code. Eventually, it kind of makes you blind.
Yeah.
Right, can we build anything else? We've still got an Elbrus cruiser to build, and
Additional EZO is required.
additional EZO is always required. And there was one more thing that I hadn't built yet, which was the Adriatic, if I'm right.
Yeah, that's the command ship. That's, in terms of voices, that's my favorite.
Okay, right, so the Adriatic is going to be
Our
building
reinforcements
in a
have
moment,
arrived.
so that's going to be good.
Light carrier reporting as ordered.
I quite like the Ark Royal's voice.
Yeah, we have a small handful of voice actors, so there's a wide, varied range of different. We didn't want to make it all just American voices, American accents. So
I really appreciate that. Actually, I think that's a really nice touch. It's something that you haven't had to do, because I imagine you probably had a slightly larger group of Americans who are willing to work on things like this.
yep.
So I think it's really, really nice that you've tried to make it, give it a more worldly feel. Very,
Yeah,
very
exactly.
cool.
Because it's all about humanity. It's not just all about America.
But don't tell that to America.
America.
Where's my other ships?
Also,
Cannons.
one other thing you'll notice if you're using some of the capitals or even some of the cruisers is that where the hangar bays are on the side of the ship, you'll notice that when other smaller ships get closer, the side firing cannons kick on.
Yeah, I have noticed that. We can actually.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, if you zoom in on the Trafalgar, when it's in the heat of battle, you'll see the side firing cannons kind of pop off every now and then.
What I'll do is I'll move him along. Here they go. There you go. You can see them going. Are they specifically created to target fighters?
Yeah, they're anti-aircraft or just anti-frigate.
Oh, this guy's.
They'll prioritize lower ships over bigger ships.
Siege capital reporting.
Siege capital reporting. Russian, possibly?
Yeah.
Come on, ship here.
Come on, ship here.
Ready and waiting.
I like it. Let's make him go over here.
Repositioning.
Very nice.
Remind me again why I'm taking orders from you.
He's a sarcastic bugger, isn't he? I'll have to send him in by
Yeah.
himself. I don't know why. Have you ever watched Enterprise?
The prequel?
Colony is under siege.
The series, yeah, that in theory comes chronologically before Captain Kirk and co.
Yeah.
He reminds me of the security officer from that.
Ready and
Oh.
waiting.
Reed?
Yes, it's read alert, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Well, there is always that air of kind of like supremacy that comes with Cerberus, so we wanted some of the voices to reflect kind of that
Have arrived.
smug superiority that comes with putting humanity first.
Seems legit. Oh, we've got an Elbrus cruiser here as well, which I like.
Cruiser reporting.
Yeah, I like the way he's made, and
Cruiser reporting. Cruiser reporting.
let's move him along and see what he says to me.
In transit to assigned coordinates.
Ah, this guy's serious. He's in transit to assigned coordinates. He's not messing around, this guy. This sounds, the Elbrus cruiser sounds like a Cerberus trooper.
Yeah, that was the idea, because it was the first ship that we actually did voiceovers for.
I see. Let's see if he's, does he say on anything on going into hyperspace? Let's just follow him in.
Yeah, you should.
I really like the fact that you've done the running lights on these as well. That's really nice.
Yeah, they really pop with that bloom shader. Looks more cinematic.
And let's zoom back out. So, you reckon you say you've got about 3 weeks left, roughly speaking.
I'd say about a week and a half, 2 weeks of work left before I do the next release. Yeah,
that's
we're aiming
fantastic.
for the middle of February.
Well, I'm really sure your community are going to be looking forward to this. I've certainly enjoyed playing, and I'm really enjoying all these upgrades that have been made. Really, really nice looking ships. Good changes to various different things there. The UI voiceover is great. The ship voiceovers I'm really enjoying. Particle effect changes. There's a lot of changes in this, man. You've made a great deal of changes. And I believe, hopefully, if I ever get a chance, I'm going to try and
Our colony is under
help you a
siege.
little bit with some of the old researches. Which I did say I'd help you with a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't get around to it, did I? Because I'm a lazy so-and-so.
Yeah. Well, we're in no rush. I certainly have a large amount of work to do in the meantime, so.
Ooh, Challenger. What you doing here? You get out of here. This isn't your home. He's not going to get out of here. Oh, shit. He's attacking my backyard.
Entering
Well,
FTL.
ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about all we've got time for. We haven't seen everything that this new upgrade has got to offer. Like, for example, we haven't seen any of the Titans. Sorry, guys. But there's going to be even more before release, isn't there? So I'm really, really looking forward to seeing just how polished Cerberus is going to be before you release, and hopefully all of your fans are too. Ladies and gentlemen, the description for this is going to be in the link below, as well as the other descriptions that I've mentioned. Thank you very much for talking me through this, Lord Sat. I've really enjoyed myself.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me.
Okay, and I look forward to release. Let us all know when it happens. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Goldicut and Lord Set, out.